Okay, improving the arm position post-impact, definitely something I see a tendency of. Obviously, there's a range where you're probably okay bending this lead arm just a little bit, but ideally we're not going to have too much bend in there. You'll see a couple guys on tour that do. I would say they're a little more unique than some in how they control the club face. Obviously, they're still great at golf, so there's obviously a range in here that you can still play great golf in. But if you have a tendency to really have that lead arm break down and struggle with managing that, I'm just going to show you a really easy drill that I was using for a player the other day to help that movement. So the idea that we're going to use our pivot a little bit more to drive that rotation versus pulling the arm sort of past the pivot there, and then you sort of see that motion. Definitely a different feel. Lots of reasons why the arm will break down through impact. I'm just going to give you a really easy drill that you can use to help that. So for this one, I'm actually going to imagine that my arms are going to be relatively straight and a little bit stiff in the hands, okay? So when I'm rotating, I'm imagining that it's a nice circle around my body and the arm position is not gonna change. I'm gonna have to use my lower body, I'm gonna have to use my chest, have to use my shoulders a little bit to move that club that way. So when I'm doing this, I'm just picturing that my hands are not changing positions, and can I hit some nice 20, 30 yard shots without my hands changing positions. That's going to start to train your brain how it feels to move through the ball without that burst of pulling the hands in that elbow too much and overpowering your pivot. So I'm going to do that again, exact same thing. So just keeping that, I like this, sort of hovering it above the ball, getting a sense, okay, how does it feel without that change, and then into the ball, same thing. Keeping the hands very calm, keeping the arms very stable, and not really changing my radius of my swing as I'm coming through there, okay? So that's a great way to picture it. Start small, sort of build off of that. Most players are going to be okay as they come through to about here. If the shoulder's limited, if the hip's limited, if they're a little limited with rotation, you might start to see a bit of a breakdown post-impact. But as we come to right around here, we should be able to have those arms pretty extended. Again, for most players, start with that drill, start slow, and sort of build off of there. I hope this helps. If you need any more help for your game, make sure you check the description below. Thanks for watching.